That's amazing. Okay, y'all. So, welcome back to Trigger to Transform. This is day, oh man, let me see. I don't want to mess up because y'all know I will forget. 44, day 44. And I just came back inside, so I'm a little bit still dressed for the cold weather out here. And I'm just going to stay the way I am. I told my sister, I was like, I need to record now because if I don't, then I'm gonna not. And which is cool, right? Okay. So, and um, welcome back to Trigger to Transform. I am Goddess Shatoya. And if this is your first day here, welcome to a space where you are really digging deep into who it is that you're being and who it is that you're becoming and the beauty of your evolution. And if this is your 44th day, take a bow. Take a bow. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Thank you for coming back every day and joining us in this journey. So I love to do my full transparency and what's going on with the channel, right? Full transparency. I recorded this video the other day. Okay, look, I'm looking over here now because what happened was I told y'all a few episodes, few classes, few conversations back that a girlfriend of mine had allowed me to use her microphone so that I could pick up my voice better and have better quality, of course, audio, right? And I tried to use the microphone. How many of y'all know you should ask for instructions? I know now because I read the side of the microphone, the light was red. It said phone, and then on the other side it said camera. And I thought, well, because I'm using the camera, maybe I should switch this button off. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what it wanted you to do. As a matter of fact, I recorded 24 minutes of this same video that I'm getting ready to re-record today. And it was silent. Triggered, triggered, triggered. So in full transparency, after that happened, I was just like, I'm going to bed because it's after 1 a.m. and apparently this is not going to happen tonight. So I'm here, I'm back. And I have to be completely transparent in that I missed a day of recording because I don't know, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And I had to get with myself about that. I actually watched a nice little video that I might share here from another YouTuber about discipline and training your mind to do what you say that you're going to do in the moment. I don't know if that would have worked for me yesterday, but I had to hear it just so that I could keep moving forward. So that's what we're doing here. We're not letting our humanness stop us. We're not being more, excuse me, y'all. I just had lunch. We're no longer, say it like that. Excuse me, we're no longer using our procrastination as a reason not to keep going. Our procrastination is really going to lead us and guide us other places. You're not the only person that bumps up against this thing, right? And so this is one of those spaces where I like to be transparent about the things that I'm working through, what triggers me to transform, where do I see my growth on a day-to-day basis by me living my life and being in the space where I coach and consult other women, other women leaders, right? And I know from talking to other women leaders that none of us are perfect. So if you have that in your mind, if you've somehow gotten on the perfect train and you've got it all lined up and it's working in your favor, I want you to start your YouTube channel today because the rest of us leaders, need that information about how you do that. How do you um, live into the perfection of who you are? Tell us. We want to know. But for the rest of us that are living into the reality of who we are, we bump up against ourselves to grow, to transform, and to evolve. So, congratulations on your journey. on your journey. And I'm going to congratulate myself on my journey too, because listen, the fact that I'm still coming in here and doing this thing is sometimes amazing to me. I am not being funny either. Why? Because I'm the type of person, if I get bored with something, then that's it. All bets are off. I'm done. I am done. And I don't really, it doesn't matter to me what it is. Relationships, agreements with myself. Like, I just don't know why I should keep going. And I explained that to someone the other day. It's like, this isn't something that is my normal thing to do, right? And so I'm learning to be seen. I'm learning to be heard. I'm learning to use my voice in a way that's outside of my classroom, outside of my therapy room, and into a bigger classroom, right? A bigger therapy room, and with older people. So that is what's going on with me. And today has been a full day. Mom had a doctor's appointment. For those of you that are just now joining or coming into this system a little on the halfway mark, I'll say, is that my mom had brain surgery 3 months ago and is still very much healing. She's not able to drive for herself yet or really fix herself food. So I've been caregiving since October. And so some days we have appointments to go to, and some days we don't. And on the days that I don't have anywhere to go, y'all see me in my sweatshirts and my tights, and usually no earrings. Sometimes I put on lipstick, but it's a very comfortable, engaging environment that you have entered. So just think of this as your auntie's house. Take off your shoes, get comfortable, snuggle in, and let's really think about ourselves and do some work on ourselves. If you have not already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. If you have any questions, by all means, ask. Whatever your comment is or your concern, leave it. I am also a student of this space. So if you hear me say something that may not be correct in its entirety, let me know because I am learning to do a lot of different things in this space, like storytell and keep accurate account of the experiences that we have. All right. So yesterday, which would be yesterday's recording date, I'll say like this, day 43 recording. Okay, because it was not yesterday now, child. Anyway, day 43 recording is about people pleasing. People pleasing. And what that looks like in our natural everyday life, the impacts of people pleasing, and ways that we can say no more. No more to the people pleasing. That's just not what I'm doing. I'm turning over a new leaf. It's the beginning of the year. Some of you may have resolutions, not revolutions, resolutions. And I said no resolutions this year, just evolution. So, in your evolution, how do you stop people pleasing? Do you even recognize that that's something that you do? And how does it show up for you? Those are some of the questions that were asked on day 43. Now, day 44 is one of my favorite days. And this is probably why I didn't mind re-recording this video, because I hope if I miss something that spirit gave to me, that it comes out on this recording today, and that if there was anything that was needed or intended for the collective, that also shows up today. And so I just realized that there's no time that's lost, right? Well, I'll just call that first recording practice. And the second recording is the real deal. Okay. So today in day 44, let's peel back the layers on our embodiment of our no. I always say I embody my yes and I honor my no, right? But today we're going to look at it a little bit differently. Ooh. Y'all know I'll knock something over. All right. So think about your no. Just get comfortable there. No. Hear yourself say that a few times. No. No. Nah. Hell no. Never. Nah, not today. Nah, that's okay. No, thank you. Oh, gratitude. No, 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 gratitude. No, no, thank you. All the different ways that you can say no, and sometimes no is appropriate. Can I have that last piece? No, you cannot have my last piece of chicken. No. Do you need help crossing the street? No, thank you. Can I borrow that $1,000? $1,000. I don't know how much money that is, but can I borrow it? No. Right? To be able to sit inside of your yes with ease and grace comes with the opportunity to appreciate your no, appreciate the distinctions, appreciate the opportunity to utilize your no. Because sometimes I think we say yes just out of default, just because that's what we used to say. Excuse me, y'all, I gotta find something else to sit on. My sit on pillows. Oh, that better. Yes, right. So sometimes when we are thinking about how do we adjust from being a yes person, people pleasing all the time, to really being in a space that we don't even need to, hmm, not that we don't need to use our yes, but we really need to practice using our no, even if it's for the moment, even if it's for the purpose of giving us time to think. Because I think we sometimes get wrapped up in just agreeing to things. And that's what I was saying, out of default, right? We're just used to agreeing, just, oh, yeah, sure, I can do that. And not thinking about the various things that that agreement can impact, even if it's a small thing, right? Right. Well, I had made a promise to myself that I was going to XYZ. And if I do this thing, if I agree to this thing, then I'm going to have to break my promise to myself. Do I really want to do that? Right. I'm really working on trusting myself and giving myself space to breathe and to live into. Do I want to agree to this? What happens if I don't agree? Is me agreeing so that someone won't be mad at me? Right? The idea is to get a foundation of checks and balances as it relates to your yes and no. Your yes is access to your time, your energy, your expertise, your talent, your brain, your nervous system. That's what your yes allows you. And we love hearing yes, right? And I talk about with my clients sometimes that I think that we don't say yes, or excuse me, I think that we don't say no as much as we should because we don't want to hear no. Right? We live in a very yes dominated society, and those yeses sometimes, some way, somehow outweigh the no. Now, have you ever said yes and thought about it afterwards? Like, oh, I knew I should have said no. And then you feel like it's too late. It's too late to change my mind. I can't go back now. It's too late. I should have said that to begin with. And sometimes you just got to learn your lesson. But if we weren't so afraid of hearing no, I really think that we would operate differently inside of our no's. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So, excuse me. If we practice saying no when we want to say yes, like that really sounds good, but right now, let me pause. My immediate answer is going to be no, but I do need time to think about it because I very well could find the time in my schedule. I might have the energy level to commit to that. And not being so quick to give away our access, to give away our yes. Think about some things that you've had to say no to that really were a yes for you. How did that feel inside of your body? Are you uncomfortable with saying no, or are you very comfortable with saying no? I'm learning to be more comfortable and confident in my no, right? I'm pretty good at it, all things considered, but there are times, there are situations, there are um, things that I want, right? And I've been presented with something that looked like what I want. And I said, yes. Ah, and I got in it, baby, and it was not it. It was not it, right? And getting out of it because I'm not willing to sit in a yes that's an actual no. I'll learn my lesson some other way. I get out of those things and I have triggered some people by my response, right? Because I've been a yes to things and got there and felt mishandled, felt betrayed, right? And I'm gonna say this, that betrayal came from myself because I should have said no to begin with. Can we get a load of that? So once I realized those feelings were emerging and got out of there, and the way I got out of there sometimes was in a hostile way. Like I'm the fuck out of here. And meant it and went. Well, don't you want to do it this way? I sure don't. No, because I should have been a no to begin with. And whatever lessons there are for me to learn, I promise you I'm going to learn them. But here won't be the place. I've done that. No regrets. And it feels fine in my nervous system even now talking about it. And it's been some years ago, right? Sometimes you look around and realize I said yes prematurely. Well, adjust that. Our practice is to say no prematurely and leave room to access your yes. You know what? I said no, but this is sounding better and better. It sounds much more in alignment with what it is that I'm up to than I thought it would. And I'm so grateful that I took a moment to think about it. And sometimes your yes is excuse me, sometimes your no is a no. Like I said no, and it's still a no. A lot of times, more often than not. All right. But we have to say no to things that are not in alignment with who we are, what it is that we're up to, where we're going. Right. When things seem out of the way, I think about someone asking for a ride. You're like, I'm getting ready to go to blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, can I get a ride over to bop, bop, bop? And you're like, that's 30 minutes away from where I'm actually going. No, I can't do that today. Right. I'm not willing to do that today. No, I'm not willing to do that. Can you get a load of that? Can you practice that within yourself? Can you honor your no while embodying your yes? Or sometimes you, in this case, today's class is about embodying the no, being all up in it, not taking it for granted. Your no is very, very powerful and it's just as effective as your yes. But you don't have to overutilize your yes and underutilize your no because you don't want to be told no. So you're not going to tell anybody else no. And you don't want anybody to be mad at you. And you don't want to make the wrong decisions. And you want to put all these things on your plate that's just going to cause your nervous system to be more inflamed, which impacts the rest of your health and your life. What if no could save your life? I remember being younger. I say younger because hell, I'm not old. Okay. I remember being younger and I used to go out. I used to go out to the club. I used to go to parties, house parties. What's up, Appalachian State? What's up, North Carolina A&T State University? Greensboro. You know me. And I would barely ever say no to those situations. And I have gotten myself into some sticky situations by not saying no. But and comma, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson after not really wanting to go to a club one night, getting there, having an okay time until they started shooting. Child, what? No, 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 no. See, then I started listening to myself, my inner no, right? Can you do that? When your spirit, when that thing inside of you was like, no, 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 don't go, don't go, no, 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 don't do it. Can you listen to that? Can you be obedient to that? Because I'm willing to believe that just like I'm able to hear that no in a resonant space inside of my body, I can hear my yes. I can identify my yes in the same way. And if my yes is strong, and if my no is strong, then I am going to trust myself to know that I'm making the right decision. That's another reason why a lot of us don't say no. We're afraid that we're making the wrong decision. But there's only one way to find out. To make the decision, to stick with it. That's embodying your no, right? Being able to say no without an explanation. No, because so and so and so and so. No, because this. No, because of that. No, because of this. When we first came in, when we first started this part of the conversation, we practiced saying no in various ways. Nine. Nine. No. Sign language. Nope. That's German. Nine is German. International. I'm an international no sayer. Think of some other ways to say no and drop them in the comments, right? It's a practice. It's an illumination of who it is that you're becoming and the boundaries that you're willing to carry for yourself. I don't drink. It's not, I can't say I don't drink, but I'm not a drinker. Like, it's not something that I'm looking forward to, or I'm like, we're gonna go get drinks after work. No, no, no. I'll go, but I'm not gonna drink. No, thank you. Right? There's nothing wrong with that being my boundary, even though most of everybody else around me is drinking and having a good time. And it's not that I'm not, but it's just something that I don't do. And that's okay. I know people that don't curse. I do. Am I discreet in my cursing sometimes? Not here, usually. Yeah, you know. And some people say don't curse around me, and I say, well, I just won't be here then. Right? That's a choice. That's a boundary for them. And it's a choice for me to be like, cool, I do, and I'm not going to censor myself for your ears. Call me what you want to, none of my business. Right? No. The embodiment of your no, what does that mean to you? And what can you do with your no that you didn't previously give yourself credit for? How much of your no are you willing to use to meet yourself where you are, to meet yourself in your evolution, right? If your no could change your life, would you use it? Now, I just heard Spirit say this, and so I'm going to go here. Okay. No, I'm not even gonna hold your hand. I'm not the coddling type. I hear them, the girlies on the social media pages. I'm gonna hold your hand and say this. No, you hold your own hand. If that man is abusive to you, say no and get out. See, there are times that our no's can save our lives. And when I say abusive to you, I mean emotionally, physically, psychologically, verbally, sexually, financially. We need to draw a clear line there. You don't treat me that way. No. What am I going to do outside of this relationship? I'll figure it out when I get outside of this relationship. Or take your time in practicing your no, but get the hell out of there. Because what I'm tired of is hearing about my sisters dying because they keep saying yes to some BS. It's none of my concern about who's that's for. I hope whoever it's for, you hear me and you hear me well. Your no is powerful and your no will save your life. Your yes is expensive and not everybody gets it. In order for them to get your yes, they have to be able to accept your no. So start there. You are so powerful. Y'all know I told y'all this is why I don't record in the daytime because this phone is real. I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna turn that off so we don't keep hearing that in the background. Okay? That is a directive. Say no to anything that's going to cost you your life. Okay. I'm sure there's so much more to say in regards to this no situation and everything that I didn't cover today. I'm sure we'll get to again, but I didn't want to keep this video waiting in the shadows because I really want us all to practice. So, how does that feel? Can you imagine yourself just being inside of the discomfort of saying no and see where it takes you? I hope so. How does it feel inside of your body when you've said yes and you should have said no? Can you acknowledge that? Where do you feel that in your heart chakra? In your tummy? It feels like your tummy's upset, your root chakra or your sacral chakra, right? And once you use your no, Give yourself space, time, and energy to digest it. Breathe it in. See what that feels like on your nervous system. Does say no make you anxious? Does it make you nervous? Does it make you feel ill? And why? Where is it that you learned that saying no wasn't, let me say it like this. Where did you learn saying no was a bad thing? Let your no save your life. Let your no change your life. Let your no be a catalyst into the next level that you are working through. If it's not an alignment, find out what you want. If it's not an alignment, it's a no. No, I'm not doing that. I had an opportunity, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago to speak with a gentleman about purchasing a house. And it's a first time homeowners plan or program. And the requirement, the requirement was that I had to live in the city limits. I don't want to do that. And while I understood the mm, benefits of the package, it just didn't align with what it is that I truly want, right? I want to live in the country. I want my garden. I want my land. And that's all I keep saying. So anything outside of that is a no. No, I'm good. And I'll work to get closer to what it is that I actually desire. I don't think anything's wrong with that. And if something was to change, where I found the perfect house in the city limits that gave me the space and the dimensions and the area that maybe then. But in that moment, no. Don't be afraid of your no. Live inside of it, practice it, enjoy it. And this is one thing that I did say the other day. Our no isn't meant for malice, right? Some of us want to say no to be mean. The baby come ask you for your shrimp and no, you can't have my shrimp. Get you should have ate what I did. No, don't say no to be ugly. Say no to be clear, okay? Don't use your no as a weapon. I'm mad at him, so I'm gonna tell him no, he can't have nothing. That my husband made me mad. No, you can't have no. No, just because I'm mad, just because I'm just cause. That's how you uh taint your no because you're not sure when to use it or how it's most effective. Now, if that man didn't whip your yes, that is an immediate no. But if he didn't take the garbage out when you asked him to, or uh, he turned the car, he didn't park the way you liked it, or he went to Chick-fil-A and didn't get you no tea, whatever. Don't be using that no as no weapon. I'm not going to let you tear up your relationships using no. But I do suggest you use no to grow yourself because while you're telling everybody around you no, there's some people that you're trying to play nice with that you're not telling no. And that's where I want you to exercise your muscle, right? To draw the line in the sand. When you told that child 6 hours ago to do the thing and they still ain't done it, and now they want to do something different. No, no, because you haven't done what I asked you to do 6 hours ago. No, that's not an option right now. Your option is, and then maybe we can discuss it. My yeses are expensive, right? And then you can also remind your husband or your significant other of that, just to be cute. No, honey, my yeses are expensive. If you want a yes from me, it's gonna cost you something. Have fun with it. Be present to it. I, like my hair goes limp. Be present to how often you are overutilizing your yes and underutilizing your no, and what that truly, truly looks like and who it is that you are and the person that you're becoming. All right, I think I've said everything twice at least. I'm gonna roll up out of here because guess what I'm gonna do? Take these clothes off. My miss, and guess what I'm gonna put on? My sweatshirt. That's right, because it's 30 something degrees. And I got some reading to do and some planning to do. So, all right, utilize your no. I hope this microphone worked well. If you hear me better, let me know. And I will see you next time. I'm Goddess Shatoya, and thank you for coming to Trigger to Transform Day 44 in our 90-day journey. And this is especially for you, to transform your triggers and impact revolution. I am Goddess. Goddess is all I am. I am the many. I am the one. And y'all be well.